Happy Friday, or whatever day it is that you choose to have a cocktail. I know time doesn't really exist for most of you, but as I am still an essential worker, I am working, so Friday is my day to celebrate. And I'm going to celebrate by making some shortbread cookies. I've been craving them. They're like my favorite cookie. So I went and found a recipe online. I found Garten's recipe. Sorry about my handwriting. I will post it in the doobly-doo, the link to it below. It was just what I found on Food Network. And it's pretty simple. It has like 4 or 5 ingredients. So we've got butter, flour, sugar, vanilla, and some salt. So it's pretty simple. They also have the option where you could do a dip for chocolate, or you can add chocolate chips. I want plain today. If I get fancy, maybe one day I'll add some tea to it, but for the most part, I think I'm just gonna be, content with my very basic shortbread. And I don't have a shortbread press or anything like that, so I'm just gonna make them look pretty janky, but the point is that they taste good. So, and then later on in this video, because I have a 30-minute wait before I get to bake anything, I'm gonna trim these bad boys because I got some sideburns, so you're gonna join me on that trim adventure as well. It's like my 4th quarantine trim now, so but in the meantime, let's get this going. The method for it is pretty simple. It's just dry ingredients, wet ingredients. You want to cream the butter and the sugar together and sort of combine them, and then add the flour in. It's basic technique. So we're gonna get that set up, and yeah, so set that aside, and I'm gonna go get the really heavy KitchenAid. Alright, so this is clearly not a diet food. We're going to be using a lot of butter, sugar, vanilla, flour, some salt, but we're going to start off with the butter, which I have softened to room temperature, so I'm just going to open that up, pop it in, go in. Thank you. Yeah, I've actually had this butter sitting out for a while now. That's my roommate in the background doing stream. And I intended to actually do this last week, but life got in the way. I'm an essential worker still, so I don't have oodles of time on my hands, and usually when I come home I'm really tired. So this is just gonna be a nice little pick-me-up, and I've had some requests, so I'm excited about that. I'm gonna set that to, I'd say, medium, and we're just gonna let it run for a while and get all of the butter nicely creamed, and then we're gonna add the sugar in. So we're gonna set that going. Keep an eye on that for me. Spatula. I'll move you guys back here a little bit, and we can have a good look at how fluffy this is going to be. Oh heck yes. Yeah, that's really nice. Take down the sides a little bit just to get everything nicely mixed, because I don't know, reasons I guess. Oh man, it is greasy in here. Yeah, this is about the consistency that I want, I guess. I don't know. They're shortbread cookies. They're not like science, hardcore science. They're just, cooking science. Yeah, okay. You want to lick it? Okay, that's actually really good. Wow. Oh, very sweet though. Oh. All right. Oh, golly. Okay. As you can see, it's sort of coming together as a really nice firm dough. I'm gonna actually just, yeah, so that's gonna hold its shape really well. That's about what you're looking for. And this is evidence that we have creamed the butter very, very well. You can tell it's like nice and airy, but it holds its shape. It's melded with the sugar and the flour really well, so that's about where I want it. I'm going to scrape down the sides, let this go for another, I don't know, minute maybe, and just make sure everything has melted in. I added my vanilla, and I just need to, you know, make sure everything is thoroughly mixed, and this is it. That's basically it. All right, so, oh, that came right out very cleanly. Look at that. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Oh, the butter is still so soft. Mash it down a little bit. I honestly think I should have made 2 of these, but that's fine. And I'm just gonna wrap it good and tight into a little frisbee of succulent delight. So this is gonna go in the fridge for 30 minutes, and I'm gonna set a timer. Okay, before anything else, I'm gonna clean. Yeah. All right, that took all of 3 minutes. Let's go cut our hair. I just started filming. All right, well, I'm gonna go. Same night, different shirt, because I'm not gross. I'm not wearing a hair shirt.
No, I'm thinking because I put this in the fridge.
Oh.
Let me get some water.
Do what you need to do. So we're gonna take this and make it into cookies. Yeah. So
I'll flush the toilet, don't worry.
I preheated the oven to 350 degrees, so for all the rest of you guys in the world, that's 176 Celsius, like whatever you estimate that to be. This is malleable, but a lot more tough, less melty. So I'm gonna go get a pan and start rolling this out. Pans, parchment paper. Fork for the roommate. Alright, so I'm just gonna line these 2 pans. They are large. I think these are half cake pans?
Those are half sheet, yep.
Big pans. I think I'm gonna make these. How should I do these? Do you think I should do fun shapes or just circles or just like throw them on there like big globsules of delight?
I'm a rectangle guy.
Rectangles, he says. Okay, let's see if I can do rectangles. Look what I found. I found the scone cutters I stole from my mom. Thanks, Mom. So they come in a variety of different sizes. I think I'm gonna go with this middle of the road, sort of like what, that's 2.5, 3 inches around crossed. I don't know, math. These don't really spread, so I'm just gonna go and do that, I guess. Oh god, this means I need a rolling pin. I've rolled out so much pie dough that I kind of want this to behave as pie dough, and it just does not. And my muscle memory is freaking out a little bit because it's just like, what is this? What am I doing? And then the rest of me is like, it smells so good. Eat it now. So I don't know what the thickness is. It is that thick. I would say, oh gosh, probably a generous 1/4 of an inch. So it wants to break apart at the slightest indication. So I've got a pile here. Just gonna sort of lay them out. I don't expect this dough to spread very far, so I'm gonna pack these in. I'd say probably maybe about 3 by 4. So I should be able to get about 12 cookies on each of these sheets, and I think that's about as much dough as I need, or have. Ooh, English is hard. Yeah, that looks about right. And if they do spread and make one giant cookie, I'm okay with that. That is fine. These all laid up. And one of the nice things, oh, I matched that one. One of the nice things about using parchment paper over what I grew up on, which was aluminum foil, which is just, you don't have to spray it with cooking spray. It just sort of is okay. Hi, Leary. Leary's here too. See? Hi, Leary. Hi, sweetie. I can't pet you right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm cooking. So, if you hear plaintive meowing, that's who's here. She's actually being really good and respectful of my personal space. I appreciate you. So let's get the rest of this dough cut. I may actually have extra. Oh my god, that's perfect. Yes, I did it. Perfect. All right, so we have 12, 24, 26, 28, 30-ish cookies. And then some leftovers, which will be a snack. No, I'm gonna probably save this and cook it last as kind of like a just chef steak. So I have my cookies all nicely lined up in their little pans. They look relatively hair-free. So my oven has beeped, so I'm gonna go ahead and start putting the big pans in. I'm gonna put this little one back in the fridge so it holds its shape. And just put that right there. Yeah, the ugly one could be mine. All right, so let's put the flour. Throw all of these in the sink to wash later. Hello. So it's about 15 minutes left on the clock now for the cookies, and I'm just sort of at loose ends. I already cleaned up. I'm ready to go. I thought I would make myself another drink, but I am all out of my watermelon soda. So I thought I would take you along for the ride of me turning this delightful sparkling plum drink that I found at the local Asian market and making my version of a gin and soda, because classy. I mean, it's really good by itself, but I'm very excited to try this with a little bit of booze in it. So I have my Roku gin once again. This is literally the only gin we have in our house. So I don't make a lot of cocktails, so I'm just sort of going all out tonight. I don't have a cocktail shaker, so I am using a reusable canning jar. I don't have a jigger, so I'm just gonna measure like half a shot glass, if that. So here we go. So I'd say that's more than enough for me. Oh, we need ice. Okay, so you want ice to shake with, and you also want to put a couple of pieces of ice in your glass to sort of chill it. Because if you put a drink in warm glasses, it sort of takes the edge off of the drink, and it warms the gin up. It just doesn't taste as good as it could. So I've got my water, I've got my little bit of gin. I do not like a lot of gin. I don't want to taste it. I want to taste a drink. So I am putting about, I'd say 2 of those. That's pretty. Yeah, that seems about right. So, because this is a brand new, very carbonated soda, you want to seal it, but you don't want to shake it too much. You just sort of want to get everything nice and married. As you see how it's foaming up? So what you want to do is, for the ice that you have in your glass, just swirl it around, make your glass all nice and cool, or cooler than it is. Throw it out, put it in your bowl of cat water so it's just not going to waste. And then you open this up. Now, you can drink it with the ice, especially if it's a hot day, but because it's nighttime and I just kind of want a drink neat, I'm going to go ahead and strain this. As I have no fancy strainer, I'm going to use my handy dandy tea strainer, so let me go fetch that. And since there's no pour spout on this, I'm just going to put it in a coffee pourer thing. So I've got a coffee pourer and tea strainer. You can use a measuring cup with the spout. Anything with the spout will do for this. So you're just going to looks nice, right? I like the color. It's good. The gin actually adds a little extra something to it, which is slightly floral. So it was more than it was. And I still have like 2/3 of a can of soda left, so I'm gonna set this back in the fridge and just let it continue to flatten a little bit, and then I can add it to later cocktails. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna throw it in my already used mug, or my already used jar, and just seal that up so it doesn't spill. So I'm gonna go enjoy my drink, and I will come back to you when my timer goes off. Alright, so it's been a couple of minutes now, and it is time to transfer the cookies onto the cooling rack, and I'm really excited. You're still piping hot, but I'm going to try and show you the level of browning that I look for when I'm making a light colored cookie. I know it's darker. Cookies are a little more difficult to figure out. You sort of have to do them by feel, but these ones are pretty clear. So, I'm excited. These smell really good. Yeah, that's pretty good. I can handle that. That's still pretty hot, but I'll give 2 to Moo. So I'm gonna bring these up to Moo. Let the rest of these cool a little bit more. I'll probably end up putting them in the pantry over there. We have sort of a cat-proofed cooling spot. If not, I can put them in the of all places, the bathroom. They put them in there to cool because it's a door that's shut. Because I know little opportunists will try what they can. Yeah, I know you. You want to smell? It smells like butter. Oh, that's your favorite. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go take these up to Moo. Hi, Sabri. Yes, I'll feed you cats in a minute. I come bearing cookie. These are both for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. They're very warm. I also came to say hi. Hi, Zelda.
These are very odd-looking rectangles.
Yes, you are not wrong.
They smell very good.
Well, they should.
Mmm.
Oh, that sounds like it's got a good crunch on it.
That's why I bit it slowly. Buttery, flaky.
Not too over mixed or anything?
Oh no.
Excellent, because I was trying really hard not to do it.
Have you tried it yourself yet?
No, I haven't tried them.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for my crummy chef's take, my last remain cookies.
Mm.
So, cool. I'm gonna go feed the cats. I'm glad you like them.
Very much.
Excellent. So I will definitely make this again.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Please do.
This is like my favorite cookie. All right, so I can't wait the extra 2 to 7 minutes for my other cookies to come out and cool enough for me to actually eat one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and eat some of my first batch because how can you resist? It's a nice crumble on it, and a nice sort of, can't really hear it, but there's a great crust on it. Ooh, I like that. They're so basic and plain, and you can put things in these like tea or chocolate or whatever. You can dip it in like coffee, but honestly, by themselves, these are the best and probably the simplest cookies you can make. If I were going to be proper about it, I would have tea, but Jin will have to do. Alright, well, that's pretty much it. Thanks for joining me for episode 2 of Quarantine Kitchen, which was a segment I was not expecting to make, but you guys enjoyed it so much, so I figured I'd make another one. If you do happen to make this yourself, please send me some pictures, let me know how it went. If you have any questions, toss them my way, I'll see what I can do to answer them. And I know times are tough right now, but let's all remember that Black Lives Matter, Pride Month, all month. Don't be ashamed of who you are, love who you are, and do something creative today. Know that I love you and I wish you all well. I hope this could cheer you up a little bit. Cheers. so much dough. I made too much.
That's a good problem.
Ina Garten, you led me astray. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing it 'cause reasons. Maybe just want cookies. Oh, cry more. All right.